Okay, so close that, close that, close that. Okay. The first thing you'll notice, why do I have 5 different 12 Labors of Hercules games? And it's because Cat Mom liked the first one and then never played any of the rest of them. But they were cheap. Okay. So some of these I may just know. Escape Room Simulator. I'm gonna pass on it. Actually, the alpha access part. Hashtag the German word for bunny content. Looks like it's one of those little bitty baby games in the sense of not really a full game. Looks like it's just taking pictures of bunny rabbits. I'll pass on it. Hammer time. Get the game, get WinRAR. Mega CD games. I think I'll pass. Siberia. I think this is a different Siberia than the side. Yeah, this is wholly different. That's some like text adventure game. Observer. I think it's first person though. It'd be a lot more. Yeah, it's a first person cyberpunky's work. Skipping 10 games 1. Ten-Second Ninja X. I think I got free from somewhere. But it's one of those kind of Twitch platformers, finish this level in 5 seconds kinds of games. 100% orange juice. Could maybe work. It's kind of Mario Party-ish. I've never played it, but that's the vibe I get. It was free with Acceleration Suguri or Suguri Acceleration 2 or something like that. Yeah, it might be good for a co-op stream. I'll set category 10S. A game of 10S. Okay, 12 is better than 6. It's a top-down kind of shooter. Let's see, you can. I remember trying it and not really vibing with it myself, but it might have been just because my computer didn't barely run it. So I'm not too sure. Let me see if I can store page and skip through this. It's got a hand-drawn kind of style. It's kind of still too loud. And it's got this kind of look and this kind of gameplay to it, where you can talk to people and it's kind of Hotline Miami-ish. Does it seem like it'd be interesting? Yeah, I think I'll pass. Scoot the window capture back to play night. Close that tab. 12 Labors of Hercules is boring. It's a, what would you call it? Kind of time management-y. Basically, you have Hercules and you have to have all this stuff done. It's like, you know that really early era of like casual games? Where it was just kind of like a game that you'd play on like a break. 12 Labors of Hercules is like that sort of, you're in the computer lab in school and playing a flash game kind of game. There's no like real super deep mechanical depth to it. It's just, you need some ore. Click on him, he goes, he grabs the ore, and then you've got the ore, he's got to bring it back. You've got the ore so you can make an axe, and with the axe you can chop down the tree, and when you chop down the tree you get to the bridge. And then you have to get all this stuff, and then you have to get to the end of the level, but it's just clicking in the right order. And as you can tell, they kind of pumped them out. 200% mixed juice is a sequel, I guess, to 100% orange juice. 2001 A Space Felony, or How I Came to Value My Life and Murder Mercilessly. A murder mystery courtroom drama set aboard the USS Endowment, an interplanetary spacecraft that has lost communication with Earth. Utilizing your camera and demonstrating your keen detective skills, you must document your findings and piece together the crew's final hours from the aftermath. It's a follow-up to a thing, and it's sci-fi, and it's a Humble Trove game. I think I'll pass with that just because of my own latent sci-fi bigotry. 2066 Read-Only Memories is an adventure game, so I'm already biased against it. 2000 XX or 20XX, just roguelike Mega Man. Like you can tell from the cover, that's the thing that they were going for. It's just randomly generated levels, certain bosses, you can fight them in different orders, stuff like that. It's alright from what I've played. It's got that kind of... They built the platformer and then put the sprites to it. Sort of feel as stuff like Rogue Legacy has. I'm fine with Mega Man games. Not good at them, but that was one of the games that I thought we could co-op or something. Don't know what 2FS is. Oh, a flight simulator. 3 out of 10 is something that Epic had going for free. 4-Legged Heroine, Endless Runner, COVID-19, Dog. 8-Bit Bayonetta sucks. See this image it has as the background? That's the gameplay. An enemy comes in from over here, you shoot it. Enemy comes up from up here, you shoot it. Enemies zoop up and down, you have to jump and shoot it. It's terrible. Nine Till Void, turn-based deck building roguelike that features neither deck nor cards. Looks like Fox bait, not me bait. I think it's just you get glyphs or tiles or something instead of cards. So they just say it's not cards to make it look more interesting. It's mouse only. Got the weird tag. Bird Story. I've played 2 minutes of this. This is one of those RPG Maker games. Kind of torn on adding some of those. Because I had this and Light. But I don't know if I can carry RPG Maker games. I don't know. It's about the folks who made To the Moon, and that's supposed to be one of the better RPG Maker games. It's To the Moon, and then it's weird Japanese games that somebody fan translated, and then like a decade later got a release on Steam for like $10. So it's stuff like To the Moon, and then you got stuff like Missio and The Witch's House. I guess the difference being one of them's horror and one of them's weird, short, or simple, wordless 1 hour short about a boy who finds an injured bird told through a blur between reality and imagination. Just weird, hippy dippy kind of stuff. A completely normal dating simulation that is definitely completely sweet, innocent, and normal. It's got the good tag and the ho 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 he 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 ha 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 tag and the woohoo tag. It's got the smexiest stick figures ever. This feels like it's either trying to be something weird or trying to be spooky or trying to be what's it? not ironic, but they were just trying to make fun of dating sims or something. This game may be terrifying for people who are scared of dating and or stick figures. I think I'll pass that just in case it ends up being too spooky for Fox. Fistful of Gun. Yeah, I've played it. It's alright. It feels more like a local co-op-y screwing around kind of game than it did a game. I don't think I'd want to play a game based on the I Ching. Is that to a completely normal dating simulation that is completely sweet, innocent, and normal, or is that to a game of changes? Let's see, it works with the gamepad. It's a puzzle game, though. I don't want to look like a moron on stream. I look bad enough from getting lost in a linear hallway or forgetting what button is what button. I'll add it to the list, though. If I suck at it too bad, I can just pretend like I didn't want to play it. Explore the outdoors. Find your way through the mazes, face 4 puzzles, and live great adventures. A lullaby of colors. Chisholm. It sounds like it'd be considering it's meant for VR, but it works without it. I think I'll pass on it just because. A Mortician's Tale. A story-driven, death-positive video game. Death positive. I get what they're going for, but this brings to mind the sex positive movement. I think that'd be a bit kind of a bummer. I mean, I'll probably play it. I think I have it installed, but not sure it'd be great for a stream game. A Nightmare's Trip. Kinetic novel. Kinetic novels. Yeah. Stuff like that and Igarashi. A Short Hike. A bit too chill for a stream, I think. Short Hike feels like the sort of game where it's just you've got nothing else to do. You don't feel like putting energy into something else. So you just go on a short hike, you fly around, you dig up treasure. A Snake's Tale is just Snake, but it's got puzzles in it. A story about my uncle is platforming and Me falling into holes a bunch because I'm stubborn and want to get off a stupid jump wouldn't be very fun. Troy, A Total War Saga, a game that I grabbed for free, and which now costs like $40. Let me see. $49.99. There's a $10 DLC, a $3 ad score DLC, Amazon DLC, which I got for free. That's $10 now. I've never played a Total War game though, so I'm not sure how good it'd be for a first timer and for a first timer on stream. I might eventually get around to playing it, then if it seems like I could get the hang of it, do it on stream. I guess I could add it to the pile. But maybe like conditionally. Like I'd want to give it a shot first before I played it on stream. A wish upon a star. Follow a small child. I'm already out. With great imagination and one big wish on the way to make it happen. We push the child off of the weird block tower. Find a path through colorful puzzles and meet people who are more than happy to help. Suspicious. And mouse and keyboard only. A pass. Absolute Drift. I tried this for 5 seconds and I'm not good at it. Sim is too popular. I should try The Sims again. I just remember that one time that I played it. Because the very first time it took so long to load, I thought my computer had frozen. And I force restarted it. Had to wait for forever again. And eventually it worked. And the one and only time that I played it, my cat, or not my cat, I named the sim after myself, but you know what I mean, the cat that was the Sims, got a job. And the first day it had off, and the second day it got a promotion and a raise. Abyss Odyssey is a Metroidvania, and just zoom that a bit bigger. It's a Metroidvania with multiple characters. I think you can turn into monsters, but the combat's fighting game combat and really reliant on where you're facing. Well, I could give that a shot, but I don't know how will it go. What do you think? Want to see me be bad? Want to see me be bad at fighting games? I've already got Skull Game, or talking is hard. I already have Skullgirls on the list for the story mode. Absu, I think, is just swimming around. If I were going to play a swimming around game, I'd just play Subnautica or something, and I'll leave that to John. Acceleration of Seguri 2 is that game that was free with the Orange Shoes game. And it's just some text adventure thing. Venture Quest 3D, I'll pass. Aegis Defenders, Aegis. Is it Aegis or Aegis? Yeah, the text box is just when I click on it, and it sort of zoops everything up and over a bit. And it rarely has anything helpful on it. I guess it's Aesop, so I guess Aegis. Aegis. Side scroller tower defense. I think it was free with a humble bundle, which means you might have, or you might have accidentally let the code expire and it's gone forever. Not sure. Honestly can't even remember too much of it. I just played enough to get an idea of the gameplay, and it was like 2D side scroller. You have to build towers and then maintain the towers, and you can attack, but your towers are stronger than you are, sort of game. I'll add it on there too, just wrong button. Let's see. Air Memories of Old. That's one of those weird art style indie games where you just kind of float around and look around and do things without much of a story, or with a like weird, not quite there story, so it looks deeper than it is. I'm never a fan of those. I tried Chris. That sort of the story is whatever you interpret out of whatever's happening. It's not my cup of tea. I don't even drink tea. After All Fall, Insanity is a mediocre. Can't remember if it's first person. Just remember it's kind of iffy. Agarest Generations of War is a game about. What's that word? Eugenics. That's it. It's a game about picking the correct waifu so that your kid will be stronger. And there's a true ending as well. I think to get the true ending, you have to have all of the potential waifus enough affection to where they'd want to sleep with you. Or something. I can't really remember. It's an alright tactics game. I'm interested in the second and third. They hardly ever go on sale. One of them's a prequel too, I think, and then there's some other thing that I keep seeing called Agarest Marriage or something. Let me see some real quick. I'm looking to see if I can find an image of the Agarest waifus. Okay, I think I'm almost there. Record of August War. See if I can find characters. No. I hate these terrible wikis. That's just guides. Party members, there we go. Switch this back over to Chrome. And okay, so the first game has the elf girl. It has this girl who I don't think is a cat girl, but she has a ribbon. And this Lost Fire Emblem character. And then, like, each generation, like, you have Leonhardt, and then whichever one of the waifus you pick, that's which kid you end up with. Why would you name your kid Ladius? But then they pick a wife, and then that kid, and they pick a wife, and then that kid, and they pick a wife. Just every female character left in your party. We don't gotta make more character designs for them, so just pick any of them. But other than that, it's just kind of a. Let's see if I can find a screenshot of the gameplay. Like this. It's kind of half dating sim, half strategy RPG. So like each character has a different like tile thing, and if your tile is connected to another of your characters, you can do like team attacks or something, I think. I do have Long Live the Queen. I'm unsure if we'll get to L's. We're still in the A's after all. The audio stream's current bitrate, 0, is lower than the recommended bitrate. Don't know what that means, YouTube. Was I not talking and it didn't pick me up? Okay. I guess I'll add Arborest. I think there's probably some waifus he would want in there, or she'd want me to pick whichever one ended up with the kid having silver hair. Age of Empires 2 HD Edition, which is not the Age of Empires 2 that has the DLC and stuff. That's a different Age of Empires 2, which I didn't know when I bought it. Age of Wonders, which is old as dirt. Might not stream well. And Age of Wonders 3, which is kind of not really like, it's hex based, I think, but then you have real time battles, maybe. John would know better than I would, I think. Maybe. Seems like that sort of nerd game where he'd be into it. Agalos is just like a old-timey retro platformer. I've already got that on the list because Daniel Nerdcubed said that he'll enjoyed it on the Switch. AI War Fleet Command sounds sci-fi. A-Idol. Virtual idols. They look like normal humans, but they're made of wire and circuitry. Those like physical VTubers. Let's see. Numerous choices, branching ending, and character-specific epilogues to obtain. I guess I'll add it. Seems like Fox Pay. Airships conquer the skies. Yes. Yeah. If I were going to play a game where I have to build things, I'd play something like Bomber Crew, I guess. Akalareth or Akalabeth. It's like Ultima before Ultima. Akura. A block pushing puzzle adventure. And it's only chapter 1, more to come, potentially. Nah. Alan Wake. Is Alan Wake first or third person? Alan Wake is third person. It may be good for, I don't know, Alan Wake, if I remember right, you play a writer, I think modeled kind of off Stephen King. I think he's a horror writer who lives in like the Pacific Northeast or something. You end up in a small town and then some sort of evil thing attacks, and then you have to hurt the darkness monsters by shining a flashlight on them before you shoot them or something. If it gets too spooky, I don't think you'd be interested though. Alien Breed is by the folks who made Worms, and I got it in a bundle that had a bunch of Worms games in it, which is why I have it. Not played it. Well, yeah, I played some of it. From what I remember, it was just like a twin-stick shooter, and I didn't much care for it. I don't think I'd want to play through 3 games of it. Alien Isolation. It's supposed to be very good. It's supposed to be very spooky. While the stuff like Resident Evil, I think, just has a creepy atmosphere, and so I might be able to get by playing a bit of it if you were to tune in. I think Alien Isolation would be a bit too scary for you. Aliens vs. Predator Classic 2000 is old and a first-person shooter, so no. All you can eat. Take control of a modern hero of our times, a man so lazy he decided to quit his job and just spend his life inside of an all-you-can-eat diner. As years go by, his freeloading nature becomes legend. But then a tragedy occurs. The diner is about to close down. Will our hero finally settle down and get a regular job? Never. This feels like it's one of those games that's trying too hard to be funny. It's probably just like an adventure game where you like click on this man and he makes a joke. Click on this guy and he makes a slightly different joke. Click on him again and he complains about you click on him too much. And stuff like that. Alpha Protocol, the espionage RPG. It is a favorite game of the YouTuber Lord Mandalore. It's like a spy shooter hybrid thing. But one, it's a shooter, so I don't think the controller would work for it. And two, it's one of those like immersive sims where like you have to pick an outfit and do dialogue and stuff like that. And it's not good. It's funny bad, I think was how he described it. And a medieval is a last one I'll cover. A medieval is a shooter, which I can maybe play with the controller, possibly. I don't know if I'll get very far on the controller, but I can try. Because it's like melee combat. Excuse me. Okay, you know Doom, probably. You know of probably Doom 2016 at least. A medieval is based kind of off of Heretic, which is a game where you play an elf man and instead of guns you have magical fantasy weapons. So like instead of a shotgun you have a fancy sword that shoots a line of green magic at people. And instead of a rocket launcher, you have a thing that shoots planets. I've never played Warcraft, but probably it's like the not low fantasy, but definitely fantasy of some kind. You play the champion and the world's gone to rot. You have to go and kill the evil, but the evil's almost won. Amnesia Memories is lollybait, but I don't know, I don't want to have too many dating sims on there. Amnesia, I could play Amnesia. I'm just trying to get now to Anarchy just so you can know that I added it to the list. But should I Amnesia so that you wouldn't have to? I've played the first but not the second. My computer couldn't quite handle it at the time. Are you saying I should play only the original one, or should I play neither of them? Or are you saying that you refuse to watch me play Amnesia at all? Among the Sleep. First person horror adventure in which you play a small child. That's got me and you both going no. Add Anarchy to the list. Okay, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 77 games gone through. Okay, 77 out of... Zoom out real quick. 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's worth counting. We made it to there on the lowest zoom. So, like I said, this was definitely not going to be a, or I didn't say it was not definitely going to be a one-time thing, but yeah, we made it through this row and almost through all this one. It's a lot. I mean, if I get rid of just the PC ones, it zoops up even more. So that isn't wholly accurate. I have games that are so old and obscure that, Bunny Must Die, Chelsea and the Seven Devils. That is a game that when it first released, it was so obscure an indie title, ported from Japan, that people thought the pirated version was freeware. And now I don't think you can buy it anymore. So, I mean, you're not missing out much. It's kind of iffy. But I'll leave it at that for today so you can go and rest your behind. See you tomorrow.